Woo. I am now complete with my trilogy of albums. This is awesome. I wanted to take a break from doing other artistic endeavors so that I could learn how to make music and try out a bunch of stuff, and I had never really shot live action, so I figured this would be a great opportunity to learn everything all at the same time, as I usually do. I think I'm pretty happy with a lot of what came out of these 3 albums, even though the second one was awful. Probably just because I was in like a terrible headspace at the time when I made it. I don't think I could have ever liked that album. But in hindsight, I think they're all pretty cool. It's pretty neat to be able to look back and have like a piece of yourself, like a time capsule, from something you made, regardless of whatever it is, right? But for this one, I had a lot to live up to after what I said last time.
Rap seems to work for every other brain-dead, talentless, stealing hack and their moronic, consumerist fan base, so why not give it a swing?
And of course, I did not succeed. How could I? What am I gonna reinvent the entire genre? It's so stupid. But I figured I would just be inspired by the rappers I grew up loving, like Avril Lavigne and Elvira, Parappa the Rappa, and I don't know, I'll come up with something later. So in the last review, I mentioned that Dead End was supposed to feel like an 80s movie. So if Dead End is the 80s, then this album was going to be the 90s, right? So I tried to lead into that really aggressively for all the music videos. So bright colors, geometric shapes, overalls, and white people appropriating black culture in an attempt to look cool. Because that's what it's all about, right? You get to the top, you get a bunch of money, and then you tell the people beneath you that they're a bunch of morons, and that you're a genius chosen by God, and that they're gay. And so that's what I did for the first song, but I did it through the lens of Call of Duty, because the only culture us white people have is like Sonic the Hedgehog and COD. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that I'm white, I'm supposed to be incognito. Damn it, I was doing such a good job.
Be quiet!
Alright, let's talk about boom bap.
When I set out to make boom bap, I had this kind of vague idea that I wanted it to be like Green Album 2.0, but it wasn't until I realized that I am a gamer and it is inescapable for me to make gamer things that I had to kind of just lean in and let that be the album. So once I had that in mind, this song was very easy to write. I just kind of extrapolated everything that a Call of Duty gamer would talk about, like kill count ratio, making money, and sex. Obviously, this is inspired by the Beastie Boys era of music videos, with a little sprinkle of misogyny in there to be a little bit more accurate to the gamer source material, which... I've been a gamer my whole life. I think I know a thing or two about being a gamer, alright? I wake up every morning and chug 16 cases of Monster Energy until my heart starts pumping about 30 ounces of blood into my body every second, because all of us gamers know that a heightened sense of spatial awareness caused by time dilation is the key to success. It's not skill. You just need to perceive time slower than the guys you're fighting so you're gonna have faster reaction time. They did it in World War II. Duh!
That's why every pro gamer is some chain vaping formless freak. It's the exact same thing that jocks do, except instead of all the power being in their muscles, now it's in the thumbs. Then I play 6.5 hours of competitive COD and wind down with a nice jelq session in the hot tub. So if there's anyone more qualified to talk about gaming, you let me know, because absolutely none of these tasks involve women? Except maybe the sorrowy rituals that I conduct before the jelq?
Mademoiselle, another day without you, my love. My life, my strength. I give this offering to you as I would give anything for you. I would kill for you, die for you. Either way, with bliss. Here you go, my sardine. Oh, no, I'll get it. There you go. Bonne fille. Huh? Of course, my love. L'ouvration. House's choice. To our love, my darling, may our days be long and our hearts forever young. No! Don't speak. Your eyes say more than your lips ever could. Now those lips? Now that's a different story.
When I heard Snoop Dogg, God rest his soul, say that rappers in the 90s were rapping for their lives and they were fighting, you could feel that in how they speak, something clicked in my brain. Maybe it was the bananas talking because I was consuming an uncomfortable amount of bananas. But I also felt like I was fighting for my life. That was a message I could relate to. Especially when it came to furries.
Nice. Dude, I don't know. I just work here.
Yeah. Is it rolling?
Yes.
Okay.
I teabag furries when they down! Don't ever hit my server saying meow!
This shit is way less epic than you'd think it is.
Man, I love being a fat guy, man. All I ever do every day is think about the next thing I get to eat. And when I try to eat better, all I ever do is just sit around in my bed and stare at the roof, trying my hardest not to get up and eat. I'm so hungry. I want to eat the world! Ah! I made these lyrics in like 2 hours and recorded it and shot the video in the same week. Thankfully, I had some pelts to throw around because one of my hobbies is hunting endangered animals.
Right. So why does it look like this? Well, it's not because I wanted to cater to the filthy drug addicts. No, no, no. I did an oopsie and used a white LED with a red gel. For some reason, my red gel was letting more light in than it should have, causing everything to be a weird dull pink. And this caused my white balance and my camera to freak out and destroy all of my footage. I should have remembered this because it happened to me on Dead End 2 when I was filming the skeleton, but I wasn't on camera then, so I caught that. My solution to it then was to put a red flannel on it. Something about the light dispersing through the ink of the blacks and the red made a beautiful magenta color, but it also occludes most of the light coming from the panel, so you would really need a strong light to do it this way if you're going to light an entire set, and I didn't have that, so I went with the red gel, and it looks bad. So in post, I just hue shifted it and made it kind of look like Super Mario 64 Bowser boss fight. Red LEDs suck. Do not use red LEDs. I don't know. Just go buy $10,000 worth of red velvet or something. Oh my god. Cake. Red velvet cake? Oh. Oh.
Eh? Oh. Hi, Alien!
Oh! What the fuck?
This is one of those ones that, like, I was walking around with a friend at an arcade, and he just pointed at a Galaga machine, and he was like, yo, sample that shit, that would be awesome. And I was like, alright. And like a week later, I sent him back this song, and it just sat on my hard drive for ages because the mix was terrible. And I still don't think the mix is good, but the mix is now in a better place than it was when I made it. So, I don't know. What's a stupid quote that I can put here? Oh, inspiration could come from anywhere. Bleh. This one's really hard to talk about, because I wanted this one so badly to be like the sequel to Boom Bap and this big, like, event song, and I just couldn't write it. I spent like 6 months trying to write hard rap lyrics, and I was gonna have this kind of hip-hop soundy track.
Is this EDM?
For this kind of mob boss character within like a Jet Set kind of universe, and then I thought I'll make references to Bomb Rush Cyberpunk and Jet Set and all these cool video games that I like, but then I realized that video games aren't cool. Video games aren't hard. It's very difficult to make like talking like a gamer be cool. It comes off as like the Smosh Zelda rap. And that's the humor of Boom Bap. So I wanted to do like the opposite and make it epic, and I just I can't take this subject matter seriously. It was very difficult. I'm just gonna show it. Maybe someday someone will re-upload this and people can enjoy it for what it is, but I refuse to put this as a standalone thing on my channel. I find this is hard. I find this impossible to post. This one's really embarrassing. So, here you go.
Yo! Bump off the turf, you're about to get nerfed! You just made the worst decision on earth! I am the graffiti, you tap like a stencil! Fading bars that cut sharp like a number 2 pencil! I've been rocking the scene over the Dreamcast drop, I was spitting it clean! You think you turn tables, but I'm scratching your name! Beefing with me, you must have lost your brain! Step up, punk, let's see if you want more! Rocking through your Brit until you're begging on the floor! You just wanna hate, so I'ma set you straight! Hit you with the bass, it'll make you go irate! On tempo with the gun! You're a turfless, washed up chunk. Pretty soon here you'll be kissing my rump. You're like a mouse that got beef. You're looking for a rock and eat batter, you got me. You're a young man, you look like an egg. I am the street, I will fry you like an egg. If I see you slip, I break your leg. Beating your ass, making you beg. Keep it up, mental deadlock. All up in your grill, keep it fresh like Ziploc. Give me the room to plan out your doom. Step in front of me and I pump up the volume. Last chance, run while you can. You're just a guppy with your head in a tin can. Roller skates, you ain't got no whip. Dry as a bone, you ain't got no trip. Oh, you and your friends better run. I can't imagine these last seconds will be fun. You can't beat me, you only beat me. You can't beat the beat, you hit the street. Mama should have taught you not to pick a fight. I'm about to teach you how to say night-night. Should have spent more time learning how to fly. You're dealing with the big one, now you're gonna die. Vote to Cypher, Prince to Irene. They know not to play, my boys stay mean. Off the wall side chains coming through. You can't stop the beat, I'm here to stop you. You come in here, acting all greedy, covered up the back streets with your shitty graffiti. You have no manners, you just hit the gritty. You think these punk tactics will go all city? Your game is weak like the Sims. I'd rather be rocking the Timbs. You're just two punks and a whore. Oh! Wait, hold on. Whoa. Yeah, I get the pitch. Ooh, your crew is better than mine, I get it. Now ditch, before I make you my bitch!
But the thing that really stuck out to me was like the structure of the joke of the song, right? This kind of I'm better than you, I'm so cool, and then you get your ass kicked at the end, which BEEHIVE does in 30 seconds. And what I love about BEEHIVE is like the poignancy of the humor. You kind of see it in TikTok these days, but it really like reminds me of growing up on Newgrounds and how fast and funny everything was back then. If you have to like draw a joke out, I think it's just not funny. And because of the experience with BEEHIVE and the beat, it led me to the conclusion that I ended up applying for like the whole album, which is the first pass is the last pass. If it's not funny, it's not funny. Cut it. Come up with a new idea. Like I really didn't try to make something funny because of this song. I think because of that, I ended up liking way more on the album, and then I split this off to be its own song just as an instrumental, because whatever. It wouldn't have been, it's not good. Like, I like the instrumental, but the song is bad. Like, no matter how much I like Jet Set Radio, I'm from the beach. I've been chillin' my whole life. I do not relate to you city people at all. This one has the Pornhub drums.
I was playing Lethal Company mods with D, and we loved the funny green alien cat, so I went searching around for it, and I found out that the voice came from a video of a student, and saw that people were using it for alien cat memes, and thought, that's hilarious. So I made a song about how, growing up, all women used to tease me, and pick on me, and if I had a crush on them, they'd go, "Ew, you like me? Oh my god." And then they would bully me every time they saw me, teasing me because they knew I liked them, but they didn't like me back. It was just a sick game for them. But, joke's on them, it was hot. So the song was kind of inspired by that, and then I ran it through the real module. Wow. Huh? You didn't use an AI voice? No, I didn't. Not because I'm ethical in any way. Quite the opposite. I did it because the quality is bad. Morals be damned, I'm a man of culture, and I refuse to release something of low quality. It takes literally no effort to find where something comes from, yet that's too hard for you people. To make anything good, somebody has to suffer, and currently, that someone is me. I would love to be unethical and be able to make things instantly at the push of a button, but if the standard of quality here that we're meeting is less than what I can do in my free time, then why bother? And you people using it at large shows me that you have no standard of quality and that you are pigs. No, I get it. I hear you. You guys love being big, fat, nasty, stupid pigs. I hear you loud and clear. You didn't want to listen to artists when we told you not to support these con men, and you wanted to keep making stupid memes. So you keep being a big, fat, nasty, bucket-fed cow, and I'll say moo and bid you adieu, and rest perfectly sound at night knowing that no AI was used in the making of this song. This one came from me just wanting to have something Pac-Man on the album. Pac-Man is my first love. It's the first arcade machine I ever played, and anytime I see it out in the wild, I give her a spin, spend about 20 minutes or so playing Pac-Man, which is about all my stupid brainworm-ass brain can take these days. I realized pretty early I didn't want to go the route of grabbing a bunch of vinyl records. I wanted to do something more personal to me, so I went the route of video game remixes and sampling video game stuff because that's what I grew up with, and I don't want to be a poser, but I think it led to a pretty fun, energetic album, so I don't regret this decision at all, and I would rather, make something that's fun than make something that is epic. Now, not to say something too controversial, but I would argue Pac-Man is the purest form of video game, period, and I would argue even things like Call of Duty Zombies are just kind of like a Pac-Man arcade power-up formula, which I think leads to, dare I say, the greatest games of all time.
I'm not really inspired by anything while making this stuff. I'm kind of just making whatever the first thing is that comes to mind, which might sound like bullshit, but hear me out. The first album was easier to make because I was like, oh, I want to do a song that sounds like Sonic Riders, and then I would just make something that sounded like that. But I don't really have like a voice as a creative. I think having opinions is kind of a waste of time. So like, I kind of just follow my ideas. It was really hard for me to find a direction to be inspired with for this album. Because, like, a lot of the times what I do is I just have, like, a happy accident, and then I just follow my gut feeling on whatever I happen to accidentally come up with. So, like, I was just playing around in Serum making some random, like, basic sine wave plucks, and I happened to hit some random keys that happened to sound like Earthbound, and then I just chased that feeling and made this remix. Most art isn't that deep. If somebody tells you that it is, they're lying, and you should kill them on the spot.
Hey, you remember 15 minutes ago when I said this?
I want to eat the world! Ah!
Well, it turns out my love for food isn't just here once, but twice, because I love food more than anything else in my life, including sex. So this time I figured I would move from my heart to my stomach, so I could avoid my emotions as much as possible, because as far as I'm concerned, I am physically incapable of feeling love.
I can't help falling in love with you.
I started by writing down my favorite combinations of evil foods. Which combinations? I won't say, but I did do the math, and in today's current market, the food that she describes eating out of her refrigerator would cost approximately $13,695. But of course, she is a pop star, so this is but a measly grain of rice in her wallet. toaster. Oop. Uh-oh. Sun's going down. That's all the time I got for today, kiddies. You know what? Actually, one last word about food. If you're one of those Americans that only eats Asian food because you love, like, Japan and anime, it's time for you to leave my channel. However, America didn't invent pizza, so I guess we also kinda suck.
What about s'mores? Or marshmallows?
Be quiet!
Wait a minute, this woman's onto something. Did we invent marshmallows? Who invented marshmallows?
The Egyptians? Why is America so stupid? We never made anything!
Brownies.
Oh, look who's finally awake. Are you ready to go upstairs? Are you ready to go watch the video? You want to watch the video? Yeah, old lady. You probably just need this shit.
I think we did alright. Don't you think so, dog? Nipper, where's the dog?
Where's the dog?